Sagittarius, hi, welcome back, welcome in. Thank you all so much for being here, and welcome to your July 2022 tarot reading. We're going to do our traditional Celtic cross with the tarot and then 2 oracle cards at the end. Before we get started, we will be using the singing bowl to connect to each other as a collective and then to spirit as a collective. So, with that being said, if you would like to use this time to call on any specific guides, guardians, deities, archangels, any beings of light that you would like to be present for this reading, please feel free to do so. The more, the merrier. So, I couldn't get that to blow out. All right, let's get into it. Spirit, speak to me and through me to the Sagittarius collective. Most accurate and relevant message for those watching this video at this time. What do they need most right now? What message do they need to receive most right now? Open their hearts and their minds to receiving it and use me as a channel to deliver it. Oh, 2 of Cups in your current energy. Right. You're feeling very loved, very supported, very reciprocal love. This is not one-sided. A very deep connection. Doesn't have to be romantic, but it definitely can be. But it's very much honeymoon phase, doting on, giving each other the same energy, like being met with the same energy, the same amount of love that you're putting into someone, you are receiving that back out of them. Alright, what else is here for Sagittarius? Please, let's take the bigger picture, the full picture. Okay, there it is. Okay. What's crossing you right now is the 10 of Pentacles. Interesting, because I always see you guys, we typically get lots of money showing up for you. We typically see you as very abundant and very opulent, very prosperous. So for the 10 of Pentacles to be crossing you at this time could mean that you're struggling with money a little bit. You could have acquired something that turned out to be a lemon, so you lost money. You could have stocks that have lost money, anything of that nature. I see a loss of finances. It doesn't have to be significant, although it kind of feels significant just because it's the 10 and it's such a large amount of money and fortune for it to be presenting as a challenge. This could also be you're having trouble maybe managing it all on your own, managing properties that you've acquired. You want to maybe develop them, but you don't necessarily have the resources at this time or not the funds. Well, I guess maybe if it's the 10, yeah. So let's say you just bought a big piece of land and you're wanting to put a commercial building on it or something. There could be some sort of delay, some sort of loan is on delay for you right now. Okay. Yeah, that feels like what it is. There's definitely like a loan that maybe didn't go through that you thought was going to go through, or it's just taking a lot longer to process. So it's like this large amount of money that you were kind of expecting and hoping to be granted has not come in yet, and so it could be causing a little bit of strife, a little bit of anxiety. In your recent past, you have the 7 right? 7? 7 of Pentacles. Sorry, I get the 7 and 8 confused in this deck. This is you asking yourself, is my effort worth the outcome? Does my effort match my income, essentially? So you have to look at how much you're putting in, how much energy, effort, all of these things that you're putting into a particular stream of revenue, right? Because this has to do with money, it has to do with pentacles, physical, and seeing if your effort is worth it. Do you need to ask for a raise? Do you need to up your prices? Do you need to be more selective with the clientele that you're bringing on? And do quality over quantity. It's not always about how much you bring in, like how many clients. They could be really great clients, but maybe they're smaller numbers, so you're doing smaller amount, like, what is the word? I'm trying to think of a scenario. So say you have a ton of small jobs, little $200, $300 jobs, but you have the potential to bring in $13,000, $15,000, $20,000 jobs. You would want to focus on those jobs versus a bunch of little tiny jobs. Yes, you could do the tiny jobs faster and you could get more of them, but putting more of your focus and energy and doing it right, taking the time to do it because you have the money, I feel like is the best way to go at this time. And that could be what you have recently figured out. Or maybe it's that you pinpointed that, but you didn't necessarily take it into account. So you continue to put your money and energy and effort into something that didn't quite pan out, and that could be why this 10 of Pentacles is now showing up as a challenge. You could have invested your money not so wisely. In the near future, you have Scorpio energy, Death card. Something is definitely over. It's finished. A cycle is ending. Maybe you are putting it into it, or it could just be naturally dying off. This is something that you would then not want to put any more effort into, any more energy into, because it is dead. It's not to be resuscitated. It is not coming back to life. There is no bringing it back, right? You just need to let this go and let it be what it is, because you never want to try to bring life to anything that's dead. It's like a fruitless endeavor, and even if you do find success in giving it life somehow, some way, it's not going to be the same because it's meant to be dead. So if this is the outcome of this situation, so say this kind of puts you in a hole and now you are putting it in, okay, I'm done with that. I'm done trying to make this work. There is nothing here that is going to work. You could have finally come to that realization because you took such a hit. And you have other things that you can put your energy into that will be fruitful, that will give you a return, right? So this is not a loss. This is not something that should be painful or sad. This is something to be celebrated because there is better coming in, is what I'm getting. In your mind space right now, you're thinking a lot about what needs to be left behind. This is a very powerful energy of outgrowing something, losing your taste for something. This is a person, a situation. Again, it could be a job, a stream of income. It could be this, what we were just talking about. You're thinking a lot about how it needs to be let go of. So you are probably on the same page. You know it's coming. You know that it needs to be ended. And now you're just thinking maybe how to end it, how to lay it to rest, essentially. If it's a business, how to kind of wrap it up. Maybe you need to let go of some people. If you have employees, how are you going to let them know you're doing this? Maybe shifting them over to other businesses. If you do have other businesses, things like that, just tying up loose ends. It just feels like this situation isn't for you anymore. You've kind of expanded past it. So trying to keep yourself small to fit into it is only going to result in hurt feelings and feelings of lack, because you're gonna feel the abundance around you that could be yours, but because you're keeping yourself small, you maybe aren't experiencing it. in your subconscious. 7 of Wands. You have 2 sevens here. 7, 7. Abundance. So if you've lost, the thing about you guys and the thing about money is that you're very much aware, like, it doesn't matter what you lose, you know you can always make it back. It doesn't matter what you spend because you know you can always make it back pretty effortlessly too. So that does not surprise me that 7s are here showing up for you as abundance. We have the 7 of Wands in your subconscious. This is very much this little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine, being inspired, standing out from a crowd. And in terms of your subconscious, this is your subconscious way of keeping your passion kind of in the back of your mind, keeping that fire lit for you, even when you kind of deter, when you focus on other things, your subconscious is always holding on to your inner power, to your inner fire, your passion, and just kind of stoking that and keeping it lit for you, so it's always there for you to access whenever you want. Advice from Spirit, you have the Moon card. Seek guidance from the moon, attune to the moon as much as you can. Kind of maybe even plan your vacations, your business dealings around the moon and the planets. I would say just kind of seek her advice and her guidance. And if the moon is full, use it as a time to reap your rewards, to harvest, to kind of bask in the things that you've done. If it's a new moon, plant those seeds. All of the things that we do with the phases of the moon, I just get that Spirit really wants you to attune to the moon, tap into that very feminine, ethereal energy. Very Cancer energy as well. Energies around you, Father of Pentacles. People are showing up very strong, very stable financially, very reliable, very loyal. You have a lot of people in your surroundings that are willing and able to show up for you, and that's a good feeling. So if you were to put out like a little SOS, I feel like you would have a lot of people that would show up for you, very dependable, very reliable. And that, I feel like, is a direct result of the energy that you've put out there. You put out very reliable, very stable, show up for you whenever you need me kind of energy, so they're now reciprocating that. Hopes and fears. The Son of Wands. This to me tells me that you always want to have that independent spirit, that part of you that can go wherever it wants, whenever it wants, isn't tied down, is free-spirited, sees this really big picture as a whole, and doesn't get caught up in the details. Your hope is that you can always remain in this energy, always remain open to adventure, spontaneity, and not tied down too much. If you are tied down, I feel like you want to break free a little bit. In the outcome, 3 of Pentacles. I feel like Scorpio also had this as an outcome. This is you ending July, moving towards an energy of teamwork, stability, again, reliability. Where's this guy going? Oh. Having the resources and the team and the time to achieve the goals, to do the things. I really feel like if you are winding down one business, you are going to be amping up, ramping up, beefing up another one. So all of these pieces are going to kind of fall back into place. If you have employees that you needed to furlough for a little bit, I feel like you're going to be bringing them back on board, and you're going to be building your team back up. Why have I not been shuffling this whole time? What the heck? Alright, let's do our Spirit Animal Oracle card first. Spirit, speak to me and through me. What messages does Sagittarius need most right now? What do they need to know at this time? Tie this reading together, kind of cap it off. Any additional messages that we didn't cover? Dive a little bit deeper for them, please, Spirit. Most accurate and relevant messages. Most accurate and relevant messages. Just one card, please, Spirit, for Sagittarius at this time. What messages do they need at this time? Dolphin. So I did your guys' reading a minute ago, and when I stopped recording, nothing was recorded, so I had to do it again. And Dolphin was what you had the first time. There it is again. We got Nightingale. Let's see what we have for our Beltane Oracle. One more card, please, Spirit. Just one more card for Sagittarius. One more card. There we go. Fertilizing. Card number 10. Will that fit here? Yes, it will. All right. So let's read about fertilizing first. Card number 10. Mastery. When fertilizing appears in your reading, it shows that you are mastering your craft through diligence and consistency. You are a hard worker and have invested in your goal with single-minded focus. However, it's time to expand your efforts. As a plant grows, so does its hunger for fertilizer. So more effort is needed as your success grows and your goals expand. Now may be a good time to further invest in your development. Taking a class, finding a mentor, or engaging in research will help you to advance your skills. This card is one of mastery, and you are well on your way to becoming an expert in your field. If you pulled this card with the green man, nope, we did not. So we're not even going to read that. All right. What is this? Nightingale. That's air energy. Nightingale, fearless voice, speech, communication, or song. The song of the nightingale is otherworldly. This simple brown bird, almost unnoticeable among the flashy plumage of other birds, transports its listener to the realm of poetry. Nightingale energy is with us when we write, compose, and especially when we sing. It reminds us that music heals the deepest wounds. This card indicates a need to open the bridge between the heart and the voice. Is there something you need to say? How long has it been since you sang? Turn it up, write it down, and let it out. When in balance, sings, speaks freely with kindness. When out of balance, shy, lump in the throat. To bring into balance, music. Okay, guys, turn up the music and sing it out, belt it out, dance it out. Turn on some study music, focus on your craft and mastering it. I really feel like you're on your way to letting go of things that are kind of hindering your growth and hindering you from mastering, focusing on one thing. I feel like the more you let go of, the better it will be for you, the lighter, the easier it will be for you to focus. All right, guys, I love you all so very much, and I will see you next time. Bye.